He just had it running. Bobby just started up and just blew the track off a little while ago. All right, guys, let's get them on the grid. We got the clock started at 4 minutes. Bobby, Ina, and Keith, let's get you guys up. You're going to be in the stock truck class. Turn marshals are going to be Chuck, Joe, and a volunteer, please. Let's get them guys out there. All right, we're all checked in. Chuck is out there. Thank you, Chuck. Looking for Joe, the Italian Stallion, and I need one volunteer, guys. Joe, thank you. Come on, Joey. Yeah. Take the big cone. Joey's got his white beater shirt on today. Hey, Joe, right now you're on YouTube Live, so wave to the camera right here. There you go. The Italian Stallion just waved to all ladies out there. He's single, but he likes to be single, guys, so he can spend money on RC cars. All right, Bobby, you're going to lead us off, followed by Ina and Keith. Nobody is allowed to crash up here at this cone. We don't have a turn marshal up here. All right, Keith. You want to stand on the inside of this loop here? Over towards me. That's where you get both corners. You, right up here to this corner up here. Keep going into that inside loop right there. Yeah, if you stay in there, that should be able to get you all the corners, though. All right. Chuck's in there. All right, Bobby, you're going to go on the horn, less than 5. Oh, okay. All right, sounds good. They can't drive anyway. What's the difference? All right, here we go. On less than 5, Bobby. Ina. Keith. And here we go. We are on track, stock truck. This is Chuck's last night. He is a northern boy heading back up north. See you last time out there. Hope to see you again soon. Bobby coming around 21-6, Ina 21-9, and Keith 21-4 takes the lead. So it's Keith, Bobby, and Ina, top 3. Bobby 20.6, new fast lap. Ina 20.9, right there with him. See what Keith does. He comes down the front straightaway. And Bobby hold on to the lead. Ina now taking the 2. Keith slowed up into the 3. 1 down, 4 to go. Next up is going to be Stock Buggy, James, Mason, Vince, and Kyle. You'll be up next. 3:45 on the clock. Bobby leading them out. 15.518. Ina on 14.508. And Keith 13.508. Guys, Danny's going to go open concession here. He's going to close the store up in a minute and go open concessions for 5 minutes. So if you want any food or drink, ice cream, or chips, or whatever, let me know. My money? My money?
Yeah. Correct, partner. Well, no. The kid gave me free cash.
Okay. That goes right to me. You didn't put it ringing up, did you? Okay. Next time, don't put it to the register. And Ina, new fast lap on 4, 20.8. She maintains that number 2 spot. 24.9, slows it up a little bit there. 2 down, 3 to go. Bobby leading them out right now. 20.6 last time around, fast lap. Keith with a 21.8 that time on lap 5. They're each a lap down. One is 15, 14, and Bobby dropping off the pace there with a 25.9. Now Ina just put her fast lap down. She's now 2 seconds back behind him. I guess we don't have one. You need money? They're ridiculous. I just hold it. That money bag needs to stay there, or a bag for the impressions.
Thursday night, definitely, so I can break change for you guys.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It's $15 there. I get that back. All right, right now, I'm sorry about that. Bobby leading them out. 14.506. Ina now 1 second back in the number 2 spot on a 14.507. Keith just run his fast lap 21 flat. He's on a 14.521. Right now, the top 3 are close. Only a few seconds. Miss Ina is 1 second behind Bobby. We'll see if she can pull him in. Miss Ina now going over that last roller there by Joey. And here comes Bobby down in front. Keith on the front, 22.9. Here comes Bobby in that white truck. 21 flat. See if Miss Ina can take it right here. Bam! It is now 0.3 of a second. Bobby holding the lead right now, coming up to that 1 minute warning. Again, when you see the yellow light, we're at the 1 minute mark. Keith right now, 21.2 that time. There it is. Yellow's on. 1 to go, guys. It's the first qualifier out of 2 qualifiers in the main. Ina slows down now. She's 4 seconds back. Keith now 4 seconds behind her, trying to reel them in. And here comes Keith in that beautiful painted truck. 20.7 for Keith. New fast lap and Bobby, 20.6. Trying to get up to that 15-lap pace. 35 seconds to go. And Miss Ina, here she comes around, 21.6. Bobby maintaining a 4-second lead with 30 seconds to go. Again, Pro Stock Buggy, James, Mason, Vince, and Kyle. You guys should be ready to go. Bobby, 21.6, still on that 14.501 with 15 to go. Three, two, one. Race it out, guys. Everybody keep going. Bobby, you're done. Pull it off. Bobby, you're done. We'll see if these guys can reel them in. Here comes Miss Ina. See if she can reel them in. You are done. Woo. Slow it up a little bit there. Waiting for Keith to come through, and we'll be done. And we're done. Traction roll. Bobby taking an early TQ, 14.503 with a 20.6 fast lap. Ina, 14.509, and Keith, 14.513. Very, very close racing. All right, next up, shut them down. Pro Stock Buggy. You guys are ready to rock and roll. Let's get them out there. Again, Danny's down in concession. If you guys want drinks, ice cream, chips, soda, Gatorade, water, he's down there. He'll be open for about 5 minutes, and then we'll reopen the hobby store. Again, on race night, as long as we're still here, racing with the hobby store will be open until 9 o'clock. If you guys want the phone number of Chinese food or pizza for tonight, because we don't have concessions tonight, let me know. I know some of you guys are running the first race, turn washing, and then you're running the third race. Don't worry, I'll give you plenty of time. I'm adding 5 minutes onto this here, so you guys take your time getting out there.
You're on YouTube, right?
Yes, sir. Yep. It should be up right now. It was. Can you see it?
That's what I just asked.
Oh, it's on. I know it's on. Let me check it.
Some friends from Georgia watching. Or Alabama.
It should be up. Let me just check it real quick.
Friends from Alabama watching.
Yep, we're up right now. Yeah, they can actually hear me. See it? When I talk, see the line? So, we're up. It's broadcasting. NewRedHobbies.com. That's the YouTube channel. And go to live. We are running live right now. I see Keith coming on track. I'm watching him on the video, the live feed. Yep, we're live, Bobby. All right, let's get our drivers out there. Let's get them ready to go. You guys got enough food and drink in you from Danny and Concessions. Let's get them out there. If you could take the big cone, and Ina can kind of get this area here. Yeah, you could stay there. That's good. You get down there, yeah. I got Kyle and Vince checking in, looking for James and Mason check in. You guys got 3 minutes on the clock. Guys, we have personal transponders. We are stocked to the hilt with car kits. We are stocked. We have another $2,000 battery order coming in tomorrow. So if you need lipos, we got deals on lipos. So come on, check it out. I have a entire trailer out there full of used cars, boats. It'll be a week or so before we get to go through them, maybe 2 weeks. We're in the middle of inventory right now. But we have a bunch of used stuff for sale. If you guys know anybody looking for a good deal on car, come make me an offer on some of them. Don't forget, this Saturday we have a doubleheader. We have off-road at noon and oval at 5:30. All right, we're all checked in. Drivers ready to go. Let's get them on the grid. It's going to be James, Mason, Vince, and Kyle coming out of retirement to run the off-road, guys. We'll see when they all get lined up. All right, James, you're going to go on the horn, less than 5. Mason. Vince. Kyle. Wow, they spread out. Mason coming around with an 18-1 right now. It's the new fast lap. We'll see as the rest of the group comes around. And right now it's Mason, Kyle, James, and Vince. That's after lap 1. Mason, 18-7, new fast lap. Wow, right now it's Mason, Vince, Kyle, and James coming up to the 4-minute mark. There it is, 1 down, 4 to go. Right now, Mason on 17.513, Vince 16.506, Kyle 16.517, James 16.515. Mason, 18 flat that time in that one white buggy with the yellow wheels. That's the leader. I know we have 2 white buggies out there, I think. Oh, we did. Oh, James is running dark shell now. Mason right now, the only one on a 17 lap pace. Everybody else on a 16 and 15. James out there with that white lid with the white wheels. That's James. Right now, Mason in the white with the yellow wheels. He's in the lead. Kyle Newhouse in the 2. Vince 3. James in the 4. 2 down, 3 to go. Next up in it is the Indy Stock. Danny, Chuck, Bobby, Ina, Joe, and Keith. You'll be up next. Vince, 18-4. Mason, 18 flat, .076. New pass lap on lap 7. Vince now taking over that 2 spot. Kyle drops back into the 3. Right now, Vince 2 seconds ahead. Mason right now, 17.513. Vince at 15.504. Kyle, 15.506. And James, 15.520. Mason, first one into a 17-second lap. And Kyle, 18.6, his new pass lap. Kyle still 2 seconds behind Vince. And James Tate right now, 12 seconds behind Kyle for that number 3 spot. 3 down, 2 to go. You guys supposed to be the pro buggy. Why are these turn marshals working so hard? Mason leading the way is that white buggy in the yellow wheels. That's your leader. Here he comes, 18-3 that time. Kyle taking back the number 2 spot with a new fast lap, 18.5. He's now kicked it up to a 16-lap pace. Wow. Vince taking it right back from him by 1 second. Both of them jumping up. And Kyle takes it back again. It's literally 0.2 of a second between them And there it is. Yellow lights on. 1 to go right now in the Pro Stock Buggy. Your battle is Mason. Vince, 18-3, sets the mark right now. 2-second lead over Kyle. And make that a 1-second lead. Kyle puts on 19-1. John, 19-1 for James right now. He's trying to reel them in. But right now it's racing. Mason McComb in the lead. Vince and Kyle battling out for that number 2 spot. 25 seconds to go. 15 seconds. Vince hanging on. Kyle drops off that 16-lap pace now on a 15-lap. Race it out, guys. James, you're done. James, you're done. And everybody else keep going. James, you're done. Everybody else keep going. Kyle, you're done. Mason, you're done. Waiting for Vince, and we'll be done. And we're done. Mason takes the early TQ 17-5-15. Vince 16-5-16. And Kyle 15-5-04. All right, guys, I'm going to put a 5-minute clock so you guys got plenty of time to get out there for the Indy stock. Bobby's ready to go already. Damn, Bobby. Hold on, huh? Hold on.
See if I can get his battery back to line.
Of course you can.
Yeah, he's like, why is this one?
All right, Joey's going to sit this one out, guys. Let's get him ready to go. Turn marshal should be out there. It should be James, Mason, Vince, and Kyle. 1, 2, 3. Just waiting for Mason to grab the cone. There he is. Thank you. All right, guys, let's get him going. It's going to be Danny, Chuck, Bobby, Ina, and Keith. Joe's out this one. All right, Danny, you're going to go at the horn? Less than 5. Chuck. Bobby. Ina. Keith. And here we go. Independent Stock Buggy online. You said you needed to make a payment.
I think I should just go with the, instead of soldering in this connector, I think I should just get it where the plugs, the bullets directly go in like everyone else is doing.
And right now, Chuck leading them out, followed by Bobby, Keith, Ina, and Danny. New pass lap for Chuck, 19.6. He's now on a 16-lap pace. Bobby slows down with a 21.8 that time on 15.5.10.
What's your battery? A 4 or 5?
4.
1 down, 4 to go. Ina 20.5, Danny 29.2, and Keith 22.2. So right now, Chuck blown away. Uh-oh, he loses that lead. Bobby taking the lead now as Chuck puts down 23. Bobby, new pass lap, 19.9, takes the lead by 7 seconds. Ina now in the third with a new pass lap, 20.5. Keith in the 4, Danny in the 5. Ooh, right now, Bobby holding on to his 7-second lead. See if he can take the TQ early in this one. 1:30 down, 3.5 to go. And there it is. Bobby slowed up with 23.8. Chuck, 19.7, takes it back. And Chuck now, the only one on a 15-lap pace. Ina all over the back of Bobby now with a 19.2 new pass lap. Danny, 27.5 new pass lap for him. Traction control. Coming up to a 2-minute warning. There it is, 2 down, 3 to go.
What's he doing? He's gonna cut off the shrink wrap.
Why, you gonna go both?
Yeah, might as well, right? Because this plug is so tight.
Why are you against this?
Because they always fuck up and they end up
Yeah,
blowing fucking
people do
speed
reverse
controls.
polarity. Not if you shorten his wires to where like mine, where he can only plug the positive into the positive.
Bobby Afredi taking the lead back now with a 19.7. Chuck slowed up with 21.6. They're battling back and forth. Right now, Bobby hanging on to a 4-second lead over Chuck. Ina in the 3, followed by Keith and Danny. Coming up on a 2-minute warning. Keith, 20.9, new pass lap for him on 6. Danny, new pass lap, 20.7. Slow down, buddy. You can get it. And there it is, 3 down, 2 to go. It is Bobby, Chuck, and Ina.
My battery's confusing. You gotta mark it, like put a red
Some guys
light.
some guys use red nail polish on the positive.
Yeah.
Me, I just look at my positive. Then again, I can't reverse polarity mine.
Because it won't reach.
1:40 on the clock. Bobby leading him out. Chuck takes it right back from him by 1 second. Wow, they got a battle going on. Ina still in that third by herself. Keith and Danny.
Pretty nice in here, man. Back here. This is the official spot.
Yes, this makes it.
1:20 on the clock. You ain't kidding. Chuck still leading them out right now. Bobby dropped off with a 24.2 that time. He's now down. And Keith with a 20.37. Trying to go after Ina for that third place. Yellow's on, 1 to go. Keith, 19.7 into the teens now. But right now it's Chuck leading them out. 35 seconds to go. After this, we're going to take a 25-minute break. Bobby, 19.6 now. Still 9 seconds behind Chuck. And Keith with an 18.9. He's now on a 14-lap pace. Keith is setting it up. That's a new pass lap for him on this layout. 15 seconds to go. Keith getting it down now. Your battle right now is for the lead. Bobby reeling him in now, 5 seconds back. Race it out, guys. Race it out. That's the end of the round.
That was a good lap.
Keep going, Bobby. Keep going. Keep going, Keith. Be your final lap, guys. Final lap. Chuck, you're done. Ina, you're done. Bobby, you're done. Wow, he's flying. Track's still hot, guys. And we're done. Chuck, hanging on. They battled back and forth. 15-5-11. Bobby, 15-5-16. And Miss Ina, again, 14-5-5. Maintains the 3. Good race, guys. It is 7:36 at 8 o'clock off of round number 2, guys. That's 25 minutes. All right, guys, let's get them up there. Bobby, Ina, and Keith, you guys got 4 minutes on the clock. Term marshals are going to be Chuck, Joe, and we need a volunteer, guys.
So you're selling this thing?
Let's get ready to go, guys. 2.5 on the clock. Look, I got Ina checked in, looking for Keith and Bobby. Term marshals should be Chuck, Joe, and a volunteer. Thank you very much.
What, Dave?
Who?
What?
Who? Where?
Yeah, I know.
When?
I know.
Coming up to the 2-minute warning. They're all checked in. Term marshals are out there. Thank you, thank you. Hey, the Italian stallion with the white beater shirt. Get out there. Thank you. He does look like T-Scram, doesn't he?
He does from a distance.
You look like one of the other races we used to have here.
When he was young.
When he was young, you're old.
No, he's young.
All right, 1 minute. You still got 2 minutes on the clock, Bobby, so go ahead.
What are you doing, man?
Phone bill.
Trying to find a credit card and shit?
No, phone bill.
Yeah, man. We gotta get you on the edamame diet, brother. And that's something, I mean, you could eat a whole serving of it and you probably wouldn't get over full.
Right. All right, somebody give me thumbs up for Bobby. Minute's gone. All right, here he comes. Woo, the TQ guys coming back.
Immature soybeans in the pod. So it's a soybean.
Okay. All right, bring him back. All right, Bobby has a TQ set round 1 at 14.503. That's what you guys are going to be going for? Thank you, Vince. Way to go. All right, Bobby on the horn, less than 5.
Oh, it's the new super.
Ina.
The new superfood.
Keith.
Not only is it a decent source of soy protein, it's also healthy fiber, antioxidants, and vitamin K.
Really? Vitamin K, Mel can't eat it. That's what reverses her INR levels.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. She can't have a lot. Like I had a salad the other day. She can't eat any salad anymore. She's got vitamin K.
Sounds
in
like
it.
she's on the perfect diet.
Yeah, but then she went home with 3 bags of Skittles.
Don't even.
And right now, Keith up in the lead with a 14.505. He's just 2 seconds off new TQ. Ina in the 2, Bobby in the 3. Fast lap 21.8 that time. Bobby 21.3. Ina 21.6. And waiting for Keith to come around. But here he comes with his second lap. Ooh, Miss Ina taking over the lead right now. She's just 3 seconds off the TQ pace. 21.6 new pass lap for her. Bobby now 2. Keith with 25.7 falls back into the 3. And Miss Ina now owning these boys. Miss Ina right now is 0.8 of a second off TQ run. Miss Ina's out there in that stadium truck up against the 2 short course trucks. Bobby just went by her. There they are battling out. That's not position, guys. You're racing the computer. Bobby coming first. Miss Ina now in the number 2 spot right there, but she's in the lead. Woo! Is Bobby trying to reel her in? 21-1 for Bobby that time. New pass lap. Oh, and he crashes. See if Chuck will move up after that. 22.8 for Chuck. 145 down, 3:15 to go. Miss Ina right now is going to have a big lead on this one right now. And here she comes down the straightaway. 21-2. New pass lap for her. 14.505. She's now 2 seconds off a new TQ. 2 down, 3 to go. Looking marvelous. And Keith now taking over that 2 spot. Bobby drops all the way back into the 3.
You're still 3,447 now.
Yes. Well, that might be 34475. It might be a business card. Because it's a business card.
And your security code is just the
3 digits, yeah. And there's the halfway point. 2.5 down, 2.5 to go. Keith now moving up there with a 21.4. Ina, new pass lap, 21.1 that time. Miss Ina is now ahead of TQ time. She's now on a new TQ run. Keith now up behind her, and Bobby is 20 seconds behind Keith right now, coming up to the 2-minute warning. And right now, your leader now heading up to the top rim, and here she comes down the front straight. Miss Ina Ganick in the lead. 22-1 that time. She is just off TQ pace right now by 1/100th of a second. 2 to go, guys. 2 to go. Keith still in the number 2. Bobby, new pass lap, 20.9. New pass lap on 7, trying to reel them in. Ina, 20.6, now 2 seconds ahead of TQ. The girl is going for it in that stadium truck. Going over the little double there. 1:30 to go. Ina setting a new TQ run right now. Mason said that he taught her everything he knows. Woo, 20.8. Now she is 3 seconds ahead of TQ. Bobby, 25.9. Traction roll up there. Slow it down, guys. Slow as fast. Slow as fast. Get him under control. Coming up to the 1-minute mark. There it is. 1 to go. 20.6. She's now on a 15-lap pace. That's 1 lap ahead of TQ. Keith is still in the number 2 on a 14.518. Bobby on a 13.522 with 45 to go. Leader now going up to the back hill there. Here comes 2 and 3 right behind each other. Woo! And Miss Ina hanging on. She just dropped off the 15-lap pace. She's still 3 seconds ahead of TQ. 30 seconds to go. Bobby's putting that short course to a test. Checking out every piece of the PBC guidance system. 15 seconds. Oh, and they go for it each other. Let them crash. Let Miss Ina go through. She's on a TQ run. Let her go. And there she goes. 3, 2, 1. Keep going until I tell you. Everybody keep going. Ina, you're done. Bobby, you're done. Keith, you're done. And she does it. She sets the TQ. 14.5 flat with a 20.6 pass lap. Keith, 13.5 flat. Bobby, 12 and 506. Somebody check Bobby's motor. We know he's cheating. All right, next up is Pro Star. James, Mason, Vince, and Kyle. You guys are up. You got a 4-minute clock. All right, Bobby, we need you out here, please, Bobby. And if we can get another volunteer that would help out, Joe. Thank you, Joe. You the man. Let's get them out there, guys. These guys are ready to go. It didn't go through. It's a business. It's a business credit card. Right up here. Yeah, we're up here. All right, let's get them gridded up, guys. Get them gridded up. It's going to be Mason, Vince, Kyle, and James. Let's get them up. 17-5-15 is Mason's TQ time. He's going to lead us off. All right, Mason, Vince, Kyle, and James. Mason on the horn. Less than 5. Vince. Kyle. Mr. James, anytime you're ready. And here we go. Final qualifier for Pro Stock. TQ 17-5-15. Thank you, ma'am.
Take us to Daddy.
Mason, 18-2, new pass lap. Vince, 18-6. Both of them now on a 17-lap pace. See what happens with James and Kyle. James, 19-3, and Kyle, 18-8. Right now, it's Mason, 17-5-11. Vince, 17-5-18. James, 16-5-08. Kyle, 14-5-06. Mason, new pass lap on 3, 18-1. Right now, he's got an 8-second lead with 1 down, 4 to go over Vince. James still in the 3. Kyle in the 4. Kyle, 18-4, bumping up to a 15-lap pace now. Mason, 17-8 on 4, new pass lap. Mason right now is 6 seconds ahead of TQ time. Credit, debit. Mason backs it up on an 18-4. He's now off TQ pace by 1 second. James Tate, 19-1. New pass lap for him. Still on number 3. Vince, 20.5 last time around. James, there it is, 18-6. He's 5 seconds away from going up to the 17-lap pace. Kyle, 20 flat. And Mason right now slows it up a little bit. And Vince now just 2 seconds behind Mason. Mason right now is just off TQ by 1/10 of a second. Woo! Into the wall. Kyle did an 18.4 that time. New pass lap of him. Ooh, Mason loses the lead to Vince. Vince now taking the lead. Mason ran a 24-second lap. Right now, they're both off TQ. Right now, top three, Vince, Mason, and James on a on a 16-lap pace. And there it is, 2.5 down, 2.5 to go. Vince holding on to a 4-second lead. Vince putting down a new pass lap, 18.2 on lap 8. Now holding on to a 6-second lead over the powerhouse racing Mason McComb. Mr. Tater Tot himself into number 3. And Kyle, 15.502 pace now, bumps it up with an 18.7. Mason, 17.9, is now 3 seconds behind Vince. Wow, 3 down, 2 to go. And right now, it's a 3-second lead for Vince over Mason. They're both off TQ run. James on a 16-lap pace. And there it is now. Kyle Newhouse with 18.3 jumps up right behind James. Now James has a 3-second lead on him. 1:30 to go. Kyle is good right now. 18.7 for James. 2-second lead for James over Kyle. We got 2 battles going on.
I don't keep it. It's on me. It's on me.
Vince, Mason, James, and Kyle. It is, and James backs it up with an 18.8 that time. Kyle slows it up, and that's going to end that one there. Mason right now 1 second back behind Vince, and we're coming up to the 1-minute mark. There it is. Yellow's on, 1 to go. Vince, Mason, James, and Kyle. Got a card down on there. And James goes back into number 4 now as Kyle in that crash there. James, Kyle right now up into the 3. Joey, come out up there. Get down here by the big cone, okay? Joe, come on down to the cone down here. Thank you. 20 seconds to go. Mason now up in the lead by 1 second. Still off a TQ pace, and Vince takes it right back by 3 seconds. 5, 4. Race it out, guys. Race it out. Vince, you're done. And new pass lap 18.2. Kyle, you're done. Mason, you're done. Waiting for James. And here he comes down the front. Close race on both of them. Wow. Vince takes a 16.502 with an 18.2 new pass lap. Mason 16.508 with a pass lap at around 17.7. And Kyle 15.5 flat. And James 15.506. All right, last race coming up is going to be Indy Stock Buggy. Bring it to the line. Uh-oh. Joey's out. What happened? Don't say it's so. It can't be the battery plugs.
Works.
Yeah.
Just gotta find a receiver, huh?
Yeah. Fly Sky, Venoms, a lot of them fit. Sure as we have cars here that we'll go to. I think that was $69. Dude, wait till you try to work it. It's almost like a fucking retard.
Oh, try like this and everything.
No, you have to do this. You have to go in, put the settings in, and hit the silver button, or none of the settings stay in. Trust me, we fought that thing. All right, Danny, check in when you get a chance. Yeah, what are they?
Hobby,
King.
Get up there.
I mean, I'm seeing all from $44.99.
Yeah. They're cheap. I knew they were a pain in the ass. How much are the M11Xs going for online? All right, guys, track is closed. Track is closed. Let's get them up. Let's get them, grid them up. Chuck is last night here. Who bought Chuck a cake? Come on, man. Sorry, Chuck. I can't eat cake. I would have brought you one. All right, track is closed. Track is closed. It's going to be Chuck, Mr. Ifredi, Miss Enoch, Mr. Keith, Miss Danny, and the Italian Stallion back out after he pulled his plugs out. All right, Chuck, here you go. Last qualifier at New Red Hobbies for a while. Yeah, how much? Really? All right, ready to go. All right, Chuck, on the horn, less than 5. Bobby. Ina. Keith. Danny. All right, Joe, go ahead. Remember, guys, slow is fast. Get your cars under control. Speed's not going to do anything for you. You got to get through the corners without hitting the pipes and flipping over. Bobby right now with a 20.2 takes the lead. Chuck has a TQ. Chuck now in a 2. 2 seconds back. Miss Ina right behind Chuck by 1/10 of a second. Keith now in a 3, followed by Danny and Joe. Really?
Yeah, this guy here, he's got an indicated pre-owned $20 shipping, but with nice silver tape on it, 11X with a receiver and battery for $99.
Wow, new pass laps down the line. Bobby 19.6, Chuck 19.6, Ina 20.5, Keith 19.2, Danny 20.9, and Joe 24.6. Ina 19.9, her new pass lap right now. Bobby on a 16-lap pace. He's ahead of TQ Run. Chuck on a 15.502, and Miss Ina 15.504. She's right there for that number 2 spot. Keith right behind Ina, and Danny and Joe hanging tough in the 5 and 6. Coming up to the 3-minute warning. Ina now taking over the 2 spot. And now Miss Ina takes the lead. Wow. 1 second ahead. Bobby drops all the way to the 4th on a 28-second lap. Keith now up into the 3. It's Ina, Chuck, Keith, Bobby, Danny, and Joe. Miss Ina is now 9 seconds ahead of the TQ Run. Remember, guys, you're qualifying. You're not racing each other. Let the person go. Wow, right now it is. And Chuck pulls up right behind her, 2 seconds back. We'll see what she does when she comes around. And Chuck takes the lead by 7/10 of a second over Ina. Both of them ahead of TQ. Keith still in there in the number 3 spot, just 3 seconds back. He's ahead of TQ. Joe Marino, 20.5 on that last lap. He now moves to the 5. Danny into the 6. Coming up to the 2-minute warning. Bobby trying to get out at number 4 spot. It's Chuck, Ina, Keith, Bobby, Joe, and Danny. Coming up to that 2-minute warning, guys. And you got a battle between Chuck and Ina right now. Joe with a 20.5. Danny Landry, new pass lap, 20.7 for Danny. Danny now 1 second behind Joe, but Chuck holding on to a lead, and Keith now taking over as Ina, 33-second lap. Either she didn't count or something happened. I didn't see it, but right now it's Chuck, Bobby, and Keith. Bobby all the way back into that number 2 spot right now. Keith in the 3. Right now, Chuck on a new TQ pace. Chuck is consistent. Ina now taking the number 3 spot back from Keith by 1 second. Right now, Chuck holding on to a 5-second lead over Bobby. Coming up to the 1-minute mark. We got new TQs going on right now. There it is. Yellow's on. 1 to go. Chuck, Bobby, Ina, Keith, Joe, and Danny. Sounds like a TV show. Chuck leading them out right now. 6 seconds ahead of Bobby. Ina right now 9 seconds behind Bobby. Keith right up behind Ina. And Joe and Danny battling out in 5 and 6. 35 seconds to go. Bobby now 5 seconds back with 20 to go. Right now he's ahead of TQ. Chuck is also by 6 seconds. See if he can hold on to a new TQ. Keith 18.6, new fast lap at a round. Race it out now. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Chuck, you're done. Wow. Got it by 5 seconds, Chuck. See if you hold on. Keith, you're done. Bobby, you're done. Parts out 5. Ina, you're done. 19.6, new pass lap that time. Wow, she really closed it in. Waiting for Joe and Danny. Track is hot, guys. Danny, you're done. Track's still hot. Joey done. Chuck set in the TQ. 15.506. Bobby 15.514. And Miss Ina at the last second tried to catch him. 15.515. Wow, but Keith had the pass lap 18.6. Good run, guys. Okay, guys, it's 8:29. I'm going to give you guys go up at the round, give you 30 minutes. Track will be open, so 30 minutes, go 9 o'clock, go up at the mains. I'll print them out here in a moment. Looks like we had good coverage on that. Thank you guys very much. I'll go potty for you. All right, Danny's posting the mains and the last race results. Check them out. New TQs. Hey, what are you doing? Getting ready to go in the mains in about a half hour, about 9 o'clock. You coming? Okie doke.
Hey, I just wonder if you put the lap counter up while it runs.
Yeah. What's that, honey? Oh, you want to go out, I know that, so we'll just go. No, I'm not too tired. I slept like a rock last night after I got sick. After I got sick, I didn't throw up, but I mean, I felt sick after the ice cream, but no, I didn't. I'm fine. If you want to go out, we'll go out. All right, guys, I'm going to put the lap counter on for the next 25 minutes. Also, Danny's going to open concession right now. If you want anything, exact change will be better. He's got a couple of bucks to make change. But last time for concession, guys, you want drink, ice cream, chips, cookies, whatever they got in there, Gatorade, water, now's time to get it. Concessions will open up for 5 minutes. Lap counter's on. 8 minutes, guys. 8 minutes, and we get going. 8 minutes. If you want to blow the track, blow the track. All right, guys, we got 6 minutes to go. If somebody wants to blow the track off, now's the time to do it. If not, we're going to get rocking and rolling.
Tell them they got 7 minutes.
You guys got 6 minutes on the hobby store. If you need some, or if you have a tab or something like that, come in and pay the tab. Come on, come on, come on.
Should be good by
Yeah, I've seen him out there.
All right, guys, 3 minutes to go. Let's get them out. Let's go. How did Independent go first? All right, Independent Stock Buggy, you're going to be up first. Chuck, Bobby, Ina, Keith, Joe, and Danny. Turn marshals. You know what, guys? Hold on a second. I'm going to reverse that back. Stock Truck, you're going to be up first. I'm sorry about that. Let me redo this. Stock Truck going to be up first. It's going to be the same running orders before. So let me redo this for a second. I didn't realize that. Stock Truck, you'll be up in 3 minutes. All right, guys, 3 minutes on the clock. Remember, don't forget to give Chuck a big hug. It's his last night here. So don't forget, real men hug. Let's go. Ina, Bobby, and Keith, you're up first. Stock Truck. Term marshal is going to be, let's see, Keith, Joe, and I need 2 volunteers, guys. Let's get them out there, guys. 3:30 on the clock. Thank you, guys, for helping out tonight. It's been a very smooth transition tonight. We don't have people out there yelling, stuff like that. Guys, watch out. There's a kid on the track. Thank you, guys. We're waiting for the man, the myth, the legend, Bobby Ifrady. Waiting for him to check in. We'll get ready to go with the mains. $2:20 on the clock. Just waiting for Bobby. Oh, Billy. You know what? Who's out there? Gonna give away some TQ stuff. Some spinners, and I'm gonna give this to Chuck for TQing. These things are badass. You ever have these things? You put it in cold water and put it around your neck when it's really hot. The thing will cool you right off. I might give a couple more. No, I got a bunch of mine out from I went to a flea market. All right. Sounds like he is ready to rock and roll. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Stock Truck A main. Let's grid them up. Miss Ina, you're going to take the TQ spot. Bobby, you're going to be in the 2. Keith, you're going to be in the 3. Let's get them set up. Miss Ina, you're up here. Track is now closed.
What's the line on Bobby stripping that gear out?
I say it's a 3-1 bet. Bobby strips out the gear. Miss Ina, you're going to take TQ spot. Bobby 2. Keith in the 3. All right, we're taking bets on what lap Bobby's going to strip out that spur gear. Or overheat the motor. That could be. We do need a volunteer over here on the wall, please, if you could. One more volunteer. Sorry. I'm sorry. I know you're out there. Thank you, sir. All right, Miss Ina, don't let these guys get you. Let's take this TQ and win. You're already going to win a special prize for TQ. All right, guys, here we go. This is going to be a 5-minute race. Everybody going on the horn, less than 5. Here we go. Stock Truck. We are going to pull Bobby's truck off and tech his motor at the end. We know that's not a stock motor. Right now, Miss Ina is taking the lead, and here she comes down the front. Bobby in that white truck in the 2, Keith in the yellow and 3. And that is the running order. Miss Ina in the yellow and white, Bobby in the white, and Keith in the orange, yellow, and black. And the leader's upside down, so is second place. Woo! And there it is, a big crash up there. Let's see, the leader comes out of that clean. Wow, and then Keith now up to 2, and the leader caught on the pipe. Oh, she just lost the lead right now, and Bobby's going to jump up in the lead as he tried getting around Keith. They crash. Wow, this is crazy. Here comes Bobby in the lead. Keith is going to be number 2, and Miss Ina now to the 3. Wow, 1 down. Excuse me. Make that 4 minutes, ladies. 1 down, 4 to go. Bobby leading them out right now on that white truck. Keith in the 2, Miss Ina all over the back of him for that number 2 spot. And there they go up the hill. And here comes Bobby powering down, 21-7. Wow, that was a bunch of crashing there. Ina all over the back of Keith. Oh, and they collide. And they keep going in that same position. Bobby's starting to get a run here. He's probably about 5 seconds ahead of the group right now. And there they come over. Bobby now going to enter the straightaway, and these guys are just heading up the hill. Bobby coming down. 21-8 that time. Miss Ina trying to take the inside, and does. Taking the inside over Keith. Woo, she's moving. And now she's got her eyes set on Bobby. Oh, and rolls it coming off the jump. Keith now back into the 2. Miss Ina drops back to the 3 again. Bobby's out there by himself. Keith trying to reel him in. Coming up to that 3-minute warning. Bobby, new pass lap, 21-4. And here comes Keith. And there it is, 2 down, 3 to go in the mains. Keith, 22-2, new pass lap for him. Miss Ina, 25-6 on 6. Right now, Bobby's on a 14-502. Off TQ pace by 2 seconds. Miss Ina trying to catch up to Keith and try to get up to the leader. Leader coming through, 21-078, new pass lap. Bobby bumping up to a 15-5-21, and here comes 2 and 3 again. Oh, and Miss Ina gets around as Keith rolls it up in turn 1 here. And that is the halfway point, 2.5 down, 2.5 to go. Miss Ina needs to put the hammer down as Bobby comes down the front, 21-6 that time. Here comes Miss Ina down the front straightaway. She's going to walk away, 20.056, new pass lap for her. Here comes Keith, 26-2. That's going to cost him. Miss Ina trying to reel in Bobby. Hoping that spur gear strips. Miss Ina, Bobby, Mason says Bobby's car is going to strip out. Doesn't sound like to me.
When you run independent, second?
Last. Yeah.
And there it is, 3 down, 2 to go. Bobby, Miss Ina, and Keith. Keith, 21-2 that time, trying to stay in this one with the Bobby and Miss Ina. And here comes Bobby down the front. He's got that truck powering. Slow down finally, 21-7. And Miss Ina now heading up the hill. Bobby's got about a half a track lead right now. 1:30 on the clock. And Keith now parks it right behind her, just 2 seconds back. So he's right there for that number 2 spot. He can reel her in. Here goes Bobby, rolls it upside down. And that's going to be, and they get Miss Ina, and that's the leader going through. And Bobby gets a break, and Miss Ina comes through. Bobby, 28-7. Here goes Miss Ina. That was your opportunity. Yellow's on, 1 to go. And Bobby, Ina, Keith, it is still a battle going on. Miss Ina, catches the pipe. Man, these are the things. Bobby rolled it before. He's trying to be careful. Right now, he's shaking right now. So Miss Ina, and now Keith is right on Miss Ina. Here they come down the straightaway, 2 and 3. Bobby needs to crash and let Miss Ina catch up. And there they go. Bobby coming over your roller there by the Italian Stallion. 30 seconds to go. That's right, ladies. If you're watching on YouTube, Joey is single. He likes long walks on the pier. He is a Taurus. So 15 seconds to go. Looks like Bobby may be taking this one unless something happens. Miss Ina 2, Keith in 3. Right now, Bobby is off TQ just by a small amount, and he's now ahead of it. That's it. Race is over. Keep going, guys. Ina, you're done. Waiting for Keith. Bobby going to take the win on this one. Keith, you're done. And waiting for the winner, and here he is going up to the top of the track. The Mr. Bobby I. Frady, you are done. 15-5-21. Miss Ina, 14-5-03. And Keith, 14-5-11. Good race, guys. All right, next up is Stock Buggy. Mason, Vince, Kyle, and James. I'll give you guys an extra 3 minutes on the clock. Take your time.
Lock it up, count it down.
All right, coming up, a 2-minute warning. Drivers are out there. Keith is out there looking for Bobby Alfredi, and one volunteer would help out, guys. Would be great. Let's get them out there, guys. Time for you guys to get out there. Turn marshals go. Miss Enos out there ready? Remember, this is Pro Stock. Track is now closed. Finish lap you're on. Track is closed. Running order here in tonight's Pro Buggy race is going to be racing. Mason McComb taking on the 1 spot. Behind him is Mr. Vince McMahon. Kyle's going to take that number 3 spot, and Mr. James Tater Tot's going to take the 4. Let's grid them up, guys. I need a volunteer for up here. Bobby's going to take down there. You take down there, Bobby. Take down there. I need a volunteer to take up here. Joey. Joey, can you help me, please? Anybody out in the pits? How about Danny Landry? Danny should get out here, shouldn't he? Joey, easy spot right there, buddy. I think Danny Landry should get out of here. He can stand up with a cane or something like that and hit the cars. Joey, I'll give you plenty of time for your next race, buddy. I don't want to force you. That's okay. You thought you were racing this one? All right, we want chest right here. There you go, buddy. Thank you. Joey's looking buff tonight. You sweating out there? Little hot? Man, you got the white beater on there, too. So, all right. This time, we're all going to go. Drivers ready. Turn marshals ready. Here we go. Everybody on the horn. Less than 5. And here we go. Pro Stock Buggy out there. Mason in the white and yellow. Vince in the burgundy with the yellow wheels, followed by Kyle. Looks like he's in the black, and James in the black and white. And here they come. Woo, flying. Top 3 running 18-second laps. Mason right now, followed by Vince, Kyle, and James. And Vince now taking the lead. Mason 2, followed by Kyle. James all over the back of Kyle now for that number 3 spot. And here they come. But right now, Vince did it again last week, I think. He took the win from Mason. Mason crashed. And here they come through the turn. Vince right now. And there it is. 1 down, 5 to go. Vince 18-3, new pass lap. Mason with an 18 flat on 2 as the pass lap of the round. Vince right now on a 21 lap pace. Mason on a 20, Kyle on a 20, James on a 19. Vince coming around 18-7. Mason now closing up on him. Trying to reel him in. Followed by Kyle still on that 3. James, new pass lap, 19 flat for James on lap 5. And right now he bumps up to a 20-lap pace with the other 2. 18-2 for Vince, 18-4 for Mason, 18-5 for Kyle. $23-1 for James on that one right now. Bops back to a 19-lap pace coming up to the 4-minute mark. And there it is, 4 to go. 2 down, 4 to go. It's Vince, Mason, Kyle, James.
How come this only says 1,200? I bet you said you did like 1,600. It says 1,200. said you did like 1,500.
Maybe 14.
How much sells that?
300 would be cash back. I should have just done 300
Okay.
plus races.
Okay.
Coming up to the halfway point right now, it's Vince. Kyle now up to 2. Mason and James. James 18-4 last time. Wow. New pass lap. He backs it up with a 25-6. So right now, Vince leading them out. Mason 2, Kyle and Mason battling out. It's 3-second difference between the two of them. And there it is. 3 down, 3 to go. We're at the halfway point. Indy, Stock Buggy, you guys should be ready to rock and roll. Next race up, the final race of tonight's program. I want to thank you guys for coming out. Really appreciate Chuck coming out and all you guys taking time to say goodbye to Chuck. He'll be back when he comes back. He's a late blooming snowbird. 3.5 down, 2.5 to go. Vince lead them out. Mason 2, Kyle and James. And you guys are lucky I'm not out there racing. Woo, traction roll. That's a fast corner to come through. And right now it's Vince lead them out, 21-6-16. Mason 26-02. Kyle 26-14. New fast lap of Vince 18-1. He's flying. Here comes Mason 20.9. James 21 flat. Coming up at a 2-minute warning. And there it is. 4 down, 2 to go. I hear some tires snapping out there. There's some traction. Vince right now running about a 6-second lead right now with Mason. 1:45 on the clock. Kyle back 11 seconds from Mason. And right now Vince up on a 21-lap pace by himself. 1:30 on the clock. Joey, you going to take this next race? The next one's yours, right? Next race is yours, right? All right. Guaranteed. Vince leading them off right now. Mason in a 2, Kyle and James. Coming up on a 1-minute mark. There it is. Yellow's on. 1 to go. Vince leading them out. Mason 18-1. Picked up a little there. Mason trying to get up to that 21-lap pace. He's right on the door. 45 seconds to go. Vince leading them out. James coming through 18-7. And Mason and Vince battling out. Vince, big lead right now. But Vince, huge lead. 30 seconds to go. Ten seconds. Kyle, that time 18-2, new pass lap. Mason, you're done. Race it out, race it out. James, you're done. Waiting for Vince and Kyle. Track is hot. Woo, doggy. Vince is going to be taking this one. Vince, you're done. Kyle, you're done. Vince taking a win 21-6-15. Mason 26 flat. And Kyle 26-15. Good race, guys. All right, the final coming up here. This is the last time we're going to see Chuck for a while. He's going to be taking the TQ position on this race coming up. Indy, Stock, Buggy. I'm going to give you guys 5 minutes. I know some of you guys helped turn marshal. So we got a 5-minute clock going right now. All right, waiting for Keith to check in. We'll get ready to go. Shut him down, guys. Track is closed. Track is closed. Shut him down. Take your time, Keith. You got plenty of time. All right, track's closed, track's closed. Ladies and gentlemen, let's grid them up. Chuck, lineback, TQ spot 15506. Bobby's going to take the 2. Miss Ina in the 3. Keith in the 4. Joe Marinara in the 5. Danny's going to be in the number 6. Okay, guys, this is a 5-minute race. Turn Marshall. Sure, make the skinny guy do it. Okay, guys, drivers ready. Turn Marshall's ready. I guess not. All right, we're in there. All right, guys, here we go. Everybody on the horn. Less than 5. Here we go. Indy stock buggy. Should be 1 on the first corner here. Only kidding. Chuck out there in that white and red. Danny off to the side. Be careful, guys. Turn marshals, be careful. Everybody be careful. Safety number 1. Safety number 1. Guys, calm down. Drivers, calm down. We'll see who comes around. Bobby Ifrady in the lead. Joe in the 2, followed by Miss Ina. Chuck dropping back to the 4. Keith in the 5, and here comes Danny in that orange buggy in the number 6. Woo! Bobby Ifrady taking an early lead in that Joey Logano body. I think he's got the paint job. That's his favorite guy. Right now, see if Joe can get on the podium spot. Bobby comes through. Joe in the 2. Chuck now to the 3. Miss Ina right behind him. Chuck is on a mission. He's right behind the guys. So right now it's Ina to the 4. It's Bobby, Joe, Chuck, Ina, Keith, and Danny. There it is, 1 down, 4 to go. Bobby coming through. Joe still on 2. Chuck right there with him. And right now, Joe in that blue body. He's got Chuck all over the back of him. Keep smooth, Joe. Keep smooth. And Bobby Ifrady out there. Uh-oh, who's out? It looks like Danny's out. New fast last for Joe, 20.4. Ina, 20.3. But Bobby Ifrady in the lead right now, 16.510. Joe, 16.514, and Chuck, 15.501. Bobby still coming through. It's still Joe in the 2, Chuck in the 3. Miss Ina is going to be in that 4, followed by Keith in the 5. Danny is out. Coming up to the 3-minute warning. We'll see if there's going to be a change because Joey had Chuck all over the back of him. We'll see if we got it. Here comes Bobby by himself. Chuck roaring down the front. He's going to move up to that 2. Joey going to take back that number 4 spot. Ina now up to the 3. Joey back to the 4. Wow, Keith comes through in the number 5. We'll see if Joey can reel in that. There he is. Right there's your crash. Joey back up into the number 3 spot. Ina caught the pipe. See if Joey can hold on. Miss Ina now right behind him. Here they come down the straightaway, but it's right now Bobby with Chuck with a 19.3. He's positioned himself right behind Bobby, and there they go. 1 and 2 now going up the final hill to Grandma's house. They're going to go. And here they come. Bobby, Chuck. Crashed on that last one, so he was out that time. Let's see who moved up to number 2. You got a car up on top. Watch out on top. And Joe Marinaro is now up in that 2 spot. Here comes the chase group. Wow, it's crazy. Chuck, Ina, and Keith are all in a row. Wow, it's anybody's game right now. Bobby coming around. May put a lap down on him. Joe out there in the number 2 spot by himself. 1:45 to go. Can the bullet plugs help Joe win a race? Or it took second. Right now, Bobby coming up in lap traffic. Your leader's coming through, guys. Leader's coming through. Here comes Ina. Now the 3. Chuck all the way back into the 5. What happened there? Bobby, don't press it, Bobby. Take your time getting through traffic because you're in the lead right now. And there he is up against the pipe. 1:20 on the clock. And Joey out there by himself, taking it nice and easy. And it's now Bobby, Joe, Ina, Keith, and Chuck. Wow, Chuck now taking over the 4. Keith back into the 5. And we got a chase crew of Bobby, Joe, and Ina. Top 3. Here comes Bobby. Joe now out there in the number 2 spot in that blue body. And there it is, guys. 1 to go. Got to hang on for 1 second. Bobby, Joe, Ina, Chuck, and Keith. And see what's going on right here in the middle of the track. Your leader is out in the middle of the track. Here comes number 2. Joey is by himself. Joey, nice and calm and cool. Nobody even near you. Take your time. And here comes Miss Ina in the 3. Chuck and Keith battling out. And right now, Bobby trying to put a lap down on Chuck. He's right there with him. And what I said, take it easy, Bobby. You're in position. You're a lap up on everybody. Do not push it. 15 seconds to go. You're going to get 1 more lap, guys. 1 more lap. 10 seconds. Nice and easy, Bobby. You're going to walk away with the win. 3, 2, 1. When you cross, you're going to be done. Joey, you're done. Taking the number 2 spot. Miss Ina in the 3. Waiting for Chuck in the 4. Waiting for Bobby and Keith. Mr. Logano coming by. Bobby's done waiting for Keith. And we are done. Bobby Ifredi taking the win. 16.516. Blew away TQ time. Joe in the 2, 15.502. And Miss Ina, 15.506. Good race, guys. We're going to come out, do a trophy presentation here with Chuck's last day. We're going to give out the medals. And we got a little surprise for the TQ guys. All right. Chuck gets this. There we go. Get the Hi, Dakota. Ooh, Dakota. Yeah. What's up with that? So soldering those tabs on for your work. That's. Yeah. All right, guys, let's get them out there. Stock truck. Gina's going to take a TQ. Bobby taking the win. Gina second, and Keith in the 3rd. So Bobby with the win. Ina TQ in 2nd. And Keith in the 3rd. Let's get him on track, guys. For pictures. Pick. Again, stock truck. Bobby in the 1. Ina TQ in 2. Keith in 3. Let's get him on track, guys. Again, Chuck in the 3, Ina TQ in 2nd. She's going to get a little crazy spinner to keep herself happy. She got 2nd and TQ, Danny. Right, and Bobby took the win. Smile for the camera. Hey, Danny, when you get a chance, not you, Danny, Danny Landry, I need the transponder back when you get a shot. Oh, Mama's bringing it. All right, next up is going to be Pro Stock Buggy. Thank you, ma'am. Pro Stock Buggy be Vince taking the win. Mason, TQ in second. Kyle taking the 3. Let's get them up there, guys. Pro Stock. Pro Stock. Again, Mason, TQ in second. Vince taking the win. Kyle in the 3. You want a spinner. It doesn't have, when you're sitting at your desk at your job, you have something to do. You don't kill the neighbor. All right, here we go. Independent Stock Buggy, Chuck, TQ, and 4th. Bobby going to take the win. Joe in the 2. Miss Ina in the 3. Chuck, you're going to appreciate that TQ prize today because when you're hot, wet that thing in a cooler. That will keep you cool for hours. No, wait. Hold on. Bobby gets the win. Chuck gets TQ. Joe taking 2. Miss Ina 3. So Chuck just gets TQ. Yes, sir. Good racing, guys. That was a heck of a race. Chuck, thank you very much for coming. You've been a great guy to hang out with and patronize us. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Should have had a cake for you. Dakota, happy birthday. Thanks, Chuck. When are we going to see you again? October? Where you going? Back Ohio? Where you going? New York? I didn't know you were in New York. What part? Upstate? I think we talked about it. I probably forgot. Hey, we're going to be camping up there this summer. Probably we're going to be camping up there this summer. Probably like Lake George. Hey, Mason, get your butt in here, please.